trailer. Stand away from the hitch just in case it comes off.
Hey, welcome back to the Wood and Metal Workshop. I'm Kat, getting back to work on the trailer side of the winch mount, double tube winch mount. Got two receiver tubes set up here. Got the holes drilled. Putting the first pieces in. Doing a little test fit, making sure everything's still lined up.
There we go, it fits, it ships. Let's get the brand and we will run these.
Wonderful camera work there for you guys. Got some gussets here.
Really easy to run a lot of stuff on this side before I get it so.
I know some people are going to ask why the Harbor Freight Apex winch. It's because what everybody on YouTube uses. Actually, it's a good solid winch for a good solid price. You get it when there's a sale going on. You can get a really good price for what you get. Yeah, they hold up really well. Last couple of welds on that part. Now we're cutting the base plate that's actually going to get welded to the trailer. Bolted and welded. So why a twin tube receiver mount? Well, there's a couple of good reasons. First being, your buddies can't borrow it, because it won't work on their vehicle. In this case, they'd have to borrow the whole trailer, which they'd probably be doing anyway. But yeah, can't just borrow the winch setup.
Yeah, she's a bit on the dull side.
Blade on the saw is a little dull. Have to get a new one. Didn't have
Cutting this just never ends.
when I was cutting this. So she's a little slow. but still cutting this one. So yeah, so first reason is your buddies can't borrow it, which is always a good thing. Less people that can borrow your stuff, less people to buy it. Second is just overall strength. It's stronger than 1 tube. 2 is stronger than 1. In this case, 2 is about 4 times stronger than 1. And because of the way it puts pressure on the frame of, in this case, the trailer, it's putting that force directly into the frame where it's strongest. Now with single tube, if you're just pulling straight, fine, no problems. But if you get in a situation, more so with a vehicle than mounted on a vehicle than mounted on the trailer, with the trailer you're not going to be doing a whole lot of side pulls. You can, but most likely you're going to be using a snatch block for that. But if you're on a vehicle, front bumper, back bumper, whatever, and you've got that single tube mount, think of the side forces going into that tube mount. And you're pulling, a lot of times you're doing a static pull where you're either pulling yourself out at an angle or you're pulling somebody else out at an angle because you can't get straight onto them. So now you're putting a lot of side pressure on that single tube, and I have seen tubes more so on the winch mount just bend under a heavy load. Now I know this is a 12,000 pound winch and I carry a snatch block, so 24,000 pounds of pulling force at a angle, that's putting a lot of stress on stuff. With the twin tube, you're dividing that stress A between 2 points, and then B because of where those points are. And say the bumper mount, it's frame width. So those 2 tubes are mounted into the bumper directly at frame width where it's your strongest point. So like I said, I guess I didn't say because we're doing voiceover on this one, we're building this upside down. So now it's right side up. Until now it's been pretty much upside down. So
this side up, a quarter, and a half, base.
yeah, just like everything I build, it's pretty much overbuilt. It's stronger than it needs to be, but better to be stronger than it needs to be than not as strong as it needs to be. Old saying, better to be looking at it than looking for it. Now we're going to put those weld-on hooks on. These are sized up for 3/8" chain. Don't know if I'll ever need them, but I had them, so might as well put them on, right? Once again, better to be looking at it than looking for it. And great camera work again. Now we're building the frame for the solar panel. No, don't be concerned about Miko's eyes. He's got them below table level, and I'm welding on the inside, so there's no direct line of arc between him and the arc. So he does really want to help.
Hot.
Now, see, I'm gonna kind of stuff my body.
He hasn't learned hot yet,
so he can't see.
Alright guys, working on the last part here. This is the frame to hold the solar panel. Let that cool off, we'll get it grown down. Make it look pretty. Let's work on the other parts. So that's going to stand on this single stand here, and I want it to be adjustable, and it has to be about 10 inches so it clears the ow, oh, the ow, oh. That's gonna hurt. Anyhow, it's got to stand about 10 inches so it clears the winch. Yeah, a little bit of blood. Not the end of the world. So we'll get the saw reset, get this cut down, and figure out how we're going to do the rest of it.
Decided against doing any kind of adjustability here. A, I didn't want to put the rotary table on the mill to cut the parts I needed. And I decided it just didn't need it. I'm just going to put it at a slight angle, so, and that angle facing forward, so when it's on the mounted on the trailer, the wind going down the road is going to be going up and over it. Little zip, little zap, little zoop. Battery box that I built off camera. Say it's permanently affixed, but nothing's permanently affixed if you've got an angle grinder. Alright, time for some assembly. We'll put a fair lead on here first. I did go and took a I don't know what's called, the sandpaper thing that goes in your die grinder cone, sanding cone, whatever it is, and smoothed out those little rough edges on the inside of that, just in case. Better safe than sorry. Yeah, no idea what Nico had, but he's always seems to have something. So I just cut off the ends of the bolts so they don't stick out, because it's pretty tight. But that's how I wanted it. Trying to put the nut in there with the magnet. It's not working. The struggle is real. Work smarter, not harder. Or smarter and harder. Get more stuff done that way. Thanks, Mike Rowe, for mentioning that. She's got some weight to her now, guys. There's a lot of steel in that mount, and then the winch on top of it. It isn't a light winch either. Yeah, I'm trying to find the wrench I just had. That can't be the only one. Hey, if you'd like to support the channel, go down below after the video's over and check out the link to our merch store and get yourself a t-shirt or a mug or something. Help support us, help us make more videos. Okay, everything's there's tight. You heard the clicks, right? Now we're going to set up our wiring. First up, we're going to wire the Anderson plug on the winch side. Since this winch is pretty much always going to be on this mount, I wasn't too concerned about shortening up the wires. I'll try to remember to put some links into these products that we're using.
Yep, I'm going to brush real quick. I don't know if I'm going to put the disconnect switch on or not. So I can just plug it here to disconnect
I
it.
really like this style of crimper.
Alright, guys,
It's
I'm
the
going to use
most
this
secure one that I've ever found. And it's easy to use, and you're not going to break it. And once again, where's the tool I just had? There it is. Which means, of course, I've got to go through getting all the wires back in the furl again.
Of course, I've set the thing over here. These hammer preppers.
That ain't going nowhere.
I remember, I'll when link in the description.
You can lessen over after I put some shrink tubing on it.
Like, that project I got fine, I don't work with it. Okay, guys, I'll leave that. Well, actually, I remember the way to do it. The ceramic inside the housing cracked. The insulator, and it was yeah, not safe anymore. So.
Replace the little bit we cut off there at the top.
I don't need that much.
Nico's trying to help, as usual. Yep, struggle's real. Come on, it'll go. It'll go.
Hey, stop trying to help.
It'll go.
Hey.
Oh, almost there. You got it. You got it. Just a little bit more. Nope. Once again, smarter, not harder. Get a shot of a little dry lube there. Oh, right on. High quality wire loom from China there.
That's a dry lube.
That's good. Little test tape. Never know what was there.
Nope, stuff. I heat gun. Anybody have any suggestions on heat gun? Don't get. I get the rigid cordless one, but I'm not a fan of cordless heat guns. I just haven't had any luck with them. That's how we're doing it anyway. You know what? This is mission critical. Nico! Knock it off!
Did I get it clicked in or didn't I?
Okay, I'll block it.
We'll find out. Have to admit, the wire that came with the winch, good stuff. Really high count fine wire. Plenty of current carrying capabilities. The wire was moving and not allowing me to push it in far enough. Just put the ground side on.
There we go. Okay, we'll get the battery box all mounted up. This will be ready to go.
Notice I grabbed 2 sockets there. They were both wrong. Had to go back for a third.
14 loose.
Here's where I figured out I gotta space it out a little bit from the tube. Otherwise,
Okay, guys, that's what we're going to do this afternoon.
the cover doesn't go on. But we'll get that taken care of. Just a couple of longer bolts with some washers behind them. Yeah, because that looks so good. There we go. Got it spaced out.
So I got a little longer bolts to space out a little bit. But we'll just shove it on there for now like that.
Now we'll make the battery cable.
So I'm going to go from here.
Love those rolling work stands. There's a video on how to make those on the channel. You go back and look. I believe it's heavy duty rolling work stands.
That's what's here. And it's this way. Sorry. Right side. So reach that way. Do the same thing with the wrong. Make the same thing for ease of use.
Okay, just gonna size these out, cut them to the same length because they're going to the same place.
No, so we're just make these the same length for ease of use. You don't have to be. And we'll put that here. Right close. Okay. Get this up.
Carefully cutting the jacket off. Tappy tap tap. Really need to get a new hot air gun. Just haven't decided which one to get. I know I want corded for the shop. I've got a battery operated one for the service truck, and yeah, don't recommend it at all. You're never going to thaw a pipe with it, that's for sure. I don't know why this is so hard for me. Okay, went and grabbed some split loom here. Reused stuff. I don't remember what it came off of. I think it was a trailer I rebuilt or something. There was a lot of it, so.
That's nice. You can get all this large diameter shrink tube on Amazon. Kind of handy to have around sometimes. However, old reused shrink tube can be kind of a pain in the butt, or split loom. Okay, let that do its thing. Oh, I keep these scissors in the bin so I can always find them. Anyhow, let's do a couple more wraps of tape here. Let's strategically. Could have done a few more pieces of the shrink tube, but this stuff melts so easily and I don't have a heat gun, so. Speaking of which, go down and put it in the comments. I know I asked before, but if you know of a good brand corded heat gun, something you'd recommend, go ahead and put it in the comments. Alright. So when we're all done, this will be plugged into the, connected to the battery, and just do that. Nice easy connection, weatherproof covers. Alright guys, I didn't know for sure if I was going to include this or not, but might as well.
There we go, guys. All set up on the trailer, ready to go. Used it a few times already. And
here we go.
It's doing everything we wanted to do. The only project that we have left to do is wire the battery to the trailer power, so it charges when the truck. So don't forget to subscribe, comment, share, like. All right, guys, catch you in the next one.